Hello everyone, it's Vicki here today designing for Bramble Fox, and I am using some of the brand new Easter products in the store today, well at the moment, and hopefully it will inspire you to use them. I am using the Happy Easter perspective and some of the bunnies and some of the Easter eggs. So I start off with a cut file which I got from Peartree Cutfiles, and this is a lovely Easter bunny with florals at the bottom. So essentially it's just the ears and then there are some florals at the bottom. So I'm going to back it. I've just got some Hip Kit Club papers that I'm going to back it with, and I'm going to use sort of a grey for the ears with a pink inner part of the ear. I don't know what it would be called apart from that. So I'm just drawing around the shape and then cutting out so I can back it. And I'm just cutting this ear here, but what I realise is that I should have done the whole piece as one rather than in bits. So I've luckily got another piece of that grey, and so I'm just going to draw around it here. And then I've got a piece that covers the rabbit's head as well as the ears, and that works better. So I'm not going to fill those flowers. I'm going to just sit my photos on top of them. So you could fill them and I think they would look really cute filled, but I decided not to on this occasion, and you'll see it coming together in a short while anyway. So I'm going to skip through this in a minute, but I decided to draw around the inner ear and have this lovely peachy pinky colour, which is the same colour as the Easter eggs that you see there in that pack. And I think that looks pretty cute. So I'm just going to stick that on top of there. There we go. So you can see I didn't cut off the bottom neatly. I just left it there because it's going to get covered by the photos. I do in fact take the corners off, but yeah. So there's the Happy Easter title, and I think that's really cute. I didn't realise, and I probably should, that the flowers were supposed to go in those holes until after I had it all out of the kit and was playing around with it. So I think that's really cute. But I made a real pig's ear of it because it took me ages to get those flowers into those holes. I don't know why. Well, one of them I had upside down, so that's probably the reason. So just be aware of that. Just if you can't fit it, it's probably upside down. So I'm just going to skip through this bit where I take the plastic off of the back of each of the flowers. And I'd already done the Happy Easter, so before I started this. So I've got some florals from this same Hip Kit kit, and I'm just going to use some of those. See, I'm struggling with that flower again. It shouldn't be that hard. I think it's me, but yeah. Oh dear. So I'm determined to use lots of different things. They're so cute. I want to use these Easter eggs, and I also want to use the bunnies that you can see there in a packet. And so sweet. I don't have many Easter photos, but I thought this one of my nieces in their Easter bonnets would be quite cute. Taylor there on the right, she's too old now. She would not be happy to see me using this, so hopefully she doesn't notice it when I put it on Instagram. Okay, so I want to do some mixed media for my background, and so I'm going to put my cut file back on the page, position it where I want it to go, and then just make some little marks so that I can see where to put the mixed media. So I've just sort of put it where the flower goes so that I want it to extend beyond these pencil marks. So I'm literally just going to use the packaging technique and some Lindy's magical powder, which is called Merry-Go-Round Green. And I'm just going to water it down on my packaging. There you go. It's a nice grassy green colour, which I thought would be quite sweet. And then I'm just going to flick it on the page. Now I got some splatters at the top there, which I did not mean to do, but hey ho, it's the way it is. If I'd used gesso, I'd be able to wipe those up, but I didn't, so I just dabbed them up a bit. And you can see it on the final layout, but it's not the end of the world. So off camera, I dried that with my heat tool, and then I bring the cut file back on, and I decide I want to pop that up with some texture. So I use some sticky back foam, which is just sticky on one side and non-sticky on the other. And I just put that on there and use glue, or in this case, double-sided tape, to stick it down. My dog has come into the room. He's sat on his chair and now he's licking himself. So if you can hear strange noises, that's what it is. Oh, dogs, right? Love them, but they do make some funny noises. So I stick this floral underneath the cut file, and I don't leave this here because I realise that it makes the title really hard to read, and that's coming out in a minute. I got it out of there before the glue dried too much. So yeah, I'm going to put my photos onto a bit of vellum, which will just give them a little bit of extra dimension there. And I'm going to pop one of them up onto foam. I don't know if I'm going to do that just yet, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm positioning the florals back in, and just to see what they look like. And I've got the hang of putting those flowers back into the holes now. Only just. And yeah, so I'm just sort of arranging these florals again to see what they look like. And you can see without those at the bottom, that looks nicer. You can see that, read the Easter, Happy Easter a bit better. Okay, so I'm happy with how that's looking. I add the things back on just to make sure that it's all good before I stick it down. And this is where I'm thinking about the florals here that have I don't know if you saw, but I cut off the white borders. I flicked through it quite quickly, but I cut off the white borders, and I'm thinking, oh no, I didn't cut them off yet. Here we go. Now I'm cutting them off. Just, my head is crazy. Just ignore me. So I'm cutting off the white borders of these florals because I think that with the white underneath, there was just a little bit too much white going on, and I just wanted to take away a bit of it. So yeah, so I flicked through that. It was weird because when I first said it, I thought, wow, did I miss that piece, that bit? I must have gone through quick. But no, I'm just going crazy as normal. Yeah, so here we go. I'm just finishing up the cutting of the borders now, and you can see that there's a bit less white around them now, and I think it looks a bit tidier. Okay, so here I am putting the foam on the back of a photo. And there's lots of white space to, as I look at that photo of my older niece to the left of the photo, so there's nothing lost by overlapping that. And yeah, it just takes away a lot of that white space that was on the photo, and I think looks better. This photo was actually the two of them standing side by side originally, but Taylor on the right is obviously much taller, and it was a very strange photo. So I decided to crop both of their heads out of it and use them as separate photos, and that worked really well. So if you have photos that are like that, it's often a nice thing to be able to do and to make it into two. Okay, so I'm just starting to stick everything down perspective wise. So there's my Happy Easter. I'm going to attempt to get those flowers back in. See, I'm struggling again. I've lost the ability to do it again. Let's hope that it all goes much better and smoother sailing for you. It should not be that hard. I won't try jigsaw puzzles because I think I'd be bad. Okay, so I'm taking the plastic off of these bunnies as well, and I'm going to stick one each side of the photos, just looking into the photos, which I think these are super cute. They've got etching on them. They're just adorable. And the Easter eggs as well, taking the plastic backing off of those. Again, these are etched as well. I love the whole etched process. I just think it makes them just that extra bit special. Extra bit special. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm tired. Let's move on from that. So I'm sticking them down, and we're almost there. Final layout time, I think, which is probably a relief to you watching, so you can hear me rant less. Yeah, here's the final layout. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's just joyful and bright and happy, I think. And I hope you like it too, and that you'll go check out the Easter products in the store. Here are some close-ups for you to take a look at. Please do let me know if you have any questions, and I'll link these up in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Vicki for Bramble Fox. Till next time, bye bye.